I know it's good today. So we're going to do number 2, just an example of finding a z-score, going to the chart, finding a p-value that goes with it. With Americans becoming more health conscious, many food companies are touting the benefits of oat bran in a wide variety of products, from muffins to potato chips. One such company makes an oat bran donut that has an average of 5 grams of oat bran. Assume that the amount of oat bran per donut is approximately normally distributed with a standard deviation of 0.2. Find the percentage of donuts that contain. When you guys get to AP Stats, it will normally say find the proportion, and that's where you leave it as a decimal. So we can leave it as a decimal, that's fine. And like I said, I want to do B and C, and then if we have time, D. And the reason I want to do B is because sometimes people struggle with this word, at least. What does at least mean?
That's more.
Equal to or greater.
Yeah, it's a greater than. It's a more than problem.
Oh, yeah,
Right? Yeah, you don't need the equal to piece. So really what we're wondering is we want the probability that X, so our observation, is greater than 4.5. I am not going to be grading these probability statements. I personally just like them where it kind of sets my mind straight. But if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. I need to find a z-score for 4.5. You will have to show your work for the z-score. 4.5 minus the mean of 5 divided by the standard deviation of 0.2. When I do that, again, please hit enter when you, like with your numerator, or use parentheses. So 4.5 minus 5 divided by 0.2, and we get negative 2.5. Vincent, you had a question? I'm doing 2B right now. I go to my chart at negative 2.5, and I'm going to add a number here, negative 2.50. At negative 2.50 is the first number, so we get 0.0062, right? Right there. 0.0062. Would you guys agree? Does anyone have questions on how we got that? We practiced that yesterday. Okay, well now because it's a greater than, I want to actually write 1 minus, right? 1 minus 0.00, is it 63 or 62? 62, thank you. And when I take 1 minus 0.0062, I get 0.9938. Look that over. It's the same rhythm almost every time with these word problems. Find a z-score, go to the chart, and then decide, do I have a greater than, a less than, or an in-between. I want to talk about number C, but before that, do you have any questions about part B? All right. This problem I also get people struggling with. What does at most mean?
Less than.
Less than. You can't have any more than that. If your parents give you $20, you can spend at most $20 at the movies because you have no other, like you don't have any more money left. That's the most you can spend. Can you spend less than that? Yes. Should you give the money back to your parents? Yes. Okay. So at most 4.9 grams of oat bran. Find a z-score first. 4.9 minus 5 divided by 0.2. Take a second to calculate in your calculator. Let's make sure we all get the same thing. I got negative 0.5. Right, so I'm going to write this as negative 0.50. That's my z-score. Keep in mind an interpretation for your z-score is the exact standard deviations above or below the mean. We're going to go to our chart for negative 0.50. And we say negative 0.5, and we know that first column is the 0, and negative 0.5 is 0.3085. And we stop there because it's a less than. So every time, z-score, table, decide what you need to do. If I have a greater than, I do 1 minus. A between, I subtract both p-values. And then a less than, you stop. you like me to do the between, or do you feel like that maybe thumbs to the side has now gone up? Can everyone revote for me just so I can see where we're at? Okay, good. Tomorrow I will collect all 3 of these worksheets. Any questions? You guys were awesome today. Thank you so much. Did we want to do the between? Are we okay? Just to get it done? Okay, let's do it. 4.9 and 5.3. Well, what do I like about 4.9 right now?
We already know what it is.
We already know what it is. It's from part C. And what are you guys going to like about doing 5.3?
It'll be the answer first.
It's the answer to part A. Okay, so let's do 4.9. We know that the p-value is negative. Is not negative. The z-score is negative 0.5. But we already found the p-value for it. It's 0.3085. And then 5.3, let's find a z-score. 5.3 minus 5 divided by 0.3. And what do we get? Is it 0.2? It's 0.2. Thank you, Evan. I'm going too fast now. 5.3 minus 5 divided by 0.2, and what do you get? Very good, 1.5. I'm going to put a 0 there, 1.50. We go to our chart at 1.50, and what p-value do we get? 0.9332. If you're still struggling with the chart, stay after for 2 minutes and I'll help you. So Vincent told us we got 0.9332. We've got our z-scores. We went to our chart. We did that in part C. Now we got 0.9332. And now what do we do with both our p-values? Subtract the big minus the small.
And 0.9332 is in A.
No, it's not. It's 1 minus.
Okay, give me a second, we'll get there. So 0.9332 minus 0.3085. And did anyone type on their calculator? 0.6247. Can anyone confirm? Yeah, 0.6247. Okay, and now the question was then, is 0.9332 the answer to A?
No.
It would be the answer to A if this was a what? A less than. But because it's a more than, we need to do 1 minus 0.933. 0.1668.
0.1668.
It's okay, it's fine to make mistakes. It's better to make mistakes now than on the test. So 0.0668. All right. Thank you guys.